How we feeling out there, man? How we feeling out there? Rockets got 5 in a row. They looking for 6 in a row. We gonna get it. We've been looking different as of late. Now, when I say different, I'm not saying we looking like we world beaters or nothing, but we looking like we actually have a functional process that's scalable. From game to game. Maybe a little tweak here and there, depending on matchups, depending on fit, depending on game time situation. But I like what I'm seeing as of late, man. Fun facts: the last 7 wins for the Rockets have at least 30 assists. How about that? Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. The Rockets' last 7 wins, we've had at least 30 assists. All right? Do that sound good? That's the most consistent we've been all season long, offensively. And it ain't just making shots and that's it. Yes, it's a make or miss league for the most part. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna say for the most part. Sometimes it's just make or miss. Sometimes you have an off night, but when you have a scalable system, a reliable system, something that you can lean on night after night, game after game, possession by possession, you give yourself the best chance possible to have a productive output. I'll say that. It ain't gonna happen every time. You ain't gonna win every game. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got a good process. No, that's not the case. You can't control the results. You control the process. So control that and let the chips fall where they may. After that, and the Rockets are doing that. Amen Thompson is being used more than just in the damn dunker spot, because that is lazy as hell. If you're gonna tell me that man got all this potential, you can't sit there at the same time and think it's just okay for him to just sit there in the dunker spot. Absolutely not. You're not gonna do that to that man. No, they're using him more as a screener, getting him off the ball. And even though he's being used as a screener, sometimes he's the one catching the ball off the screen and going to make something happen for himself off of the catch. He can play off the catch. He can play off the catch going downhill. Yeah, he can do that. You know what I'm saying? Probably going to see a little bit more of that. I'm interested to see who we play in the playoffs. If we play for example, we play like the Lakers in the playoffs, that might be the series where somebody like Amen Thompson may actually really go off and emerge and cement himself as, one of them next dudes coming up in the league. You know what I'm saying? But there's him, and then you got Reed Shepherd, Mr. Bombs away from deep. I'm liking him shooting all them deep threes, man. I'm loving it. I am loving it. I'm loving it. He's the only person on this team that's willing to do it and just jack him up, throw him up like that. We need that skill set. Y'all remember how Eric Gordon used to take them deep threes and teams used to have to go out there and try to go get them? And then next thing you know, it's Lob City all over the place. So, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Jabari just being a Swiss Army knife, Tari Eason being a Swiss Army knife, doing all the little dirty work, rebounds, hitting the open J. Jabari showing a little bit of, playing off of the catch or, attacking the closeout or playing out of the short roll and, hitting that little midi. And Tari Eason look like his jumper is back. He ain't lose it. He knew where it was. He just had to go find it. You know what I'm saying? Tari Eason jumper coming back. KD is KD. Alperen Sengun is being used more appropriately, I believe. He ain't just being used only as a post-up guy or a pick-and-roll guy, and then that's it. They diversifying his skills. They diversifying the way they use him because his skill set is diverse. He can be used in a bunch of different spots on the floor. You can use him in the short roll, obviously, of course, as a facilitator. You can use him on the elbow as a hub. Use him at the free throw line. They can use him at obviously as a post-up guy, catching cutters coming off the weak side. You know what I'm saying? If teams decide they want to double team him, yeah, it works for him. That's what he want. He want to pass anyway. It's starting to come together, man. It's starting to come together. I'm not saying we finna be, out there, Western Conference Finals. However, if this process keeps up, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't shock me. We in Golden State tonight. We're going on the road. We're gonna go get some get back because the last time we played them, we collapsed in the clutch as usual. There was no Steph. There was no Jimmy Butler. It was just Draymond and LJ Cryer. That's who we lost to as a team. That's who the Rockets lost to. And KD was healthy. No excuses. You mean to tell me we can't beat the Warriors without Steph, without Jimmy, and we need Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams to do that? Is that what you telling me? Is that what y'all telling me? Because if that's what y'all telling me, I ain't listening. I ain't listening to that. I ain't hearing that. I ain't trying to hear it. I think it's lazy and I think it's disgusting. So try that again. My boy Blazy say we committing elder abuse tonight. Keep in mind that Kevin Durant is an elder. He 37 and he playing like the second most minutes in the league. That's elder abuse if you ask me. But if Steph Curry want to come back tonight, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we finna show you what that old folks home look like. We finna show you what that retirement home look like. Cause it's closer than you think, my brother. We need to have Steph Curry have thoughts of retirement after this game. Matter of fact, I wish there was a way we could play them in the playoffs some kind of way, man. Because I want the Rockets to be the team to put them out of their misery. Like, end this team for good. I want Steve Kerr gone. I want Draymond gone. You know I don't like him. Draymond is a big pile of crap. Horse crap. That's what he is. I'm all right with I'm actually okay with Steph. I don't really hate Steph too much. He's who he is. He is a little bit of a front runner, but he's not annoying. I don't think he's necessarily annoying. Steve Kerr is annoying though. He always crying about something. Draymond annoying. He always playing victim after kicking somebody in the balls. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on with that, dog? Blazy say tripping Curry is the devil. I mean, he married the devil, but we're not gonna go there right now. Anyway, matchups, man. Matchups. Well, first, before we go to the matchups, injury report. We all know the great Fred VanVleet is out tonight, and the great Steven Adams is also out tonight. So, boo-hoo, they're not gonna play for the Rockets right now in this game. For the Warriors, LJ Cryer is out. Seth Curry, he's game time decision with a thigh. Gui Santos, who actually had a game against us last time, he day-to-day, which means he's playing. Al Horford is out. Quentin Post is out. So two guys I thought would be a problem for the Rockets this game, they're not playing. And guys I think cause us issues are like bigs that can shoot from deep. So with them not playing, I think kind of allows for Alperen Sengun to probably have a little bit different responsibility on defense as a roamer. He could probably just do a lot of helping and shot blocking from the weak side and stuff like that. If I had to guess who the Warriors would start tonight, Porzingis gonna start, obviously. And obviously he's gonna shoot. He's a shooting big, but he's not shooting that well. I don't think this season. Hold on, before I open my mouth and talk out of my ass, let me make sure. I don't think he's having that good of a shooting season from deep this year. Yeah, he's below his career average. He's a career 36.5% three-point shooter, and he's usually closer to 40 as in the last few years, especially when he was in Boston. He's at 35 right now. And last game he was 0 for 5 from 3. So hopefully he don't find his stroke tonight. I'm tired of that. And if he's healthy, like if he has a good game, then we're probably not going we're probably gonna have a hard time. But I'm not expecting him to. I think Rockets probably gonna match up Jabari on him and then put now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if you want to put Bari on Porzingis and then put Sengun on Dre, because Dre gonna make sure Steph comes off of VHOs all game long if Şengün is guarding Dre. I could see that being the case. So I don't know actually. But if I had to guess, they starting lineup is gonna be Steph, Podziemski, I don't know who they're gonna start. Maybe GP3. They may start GP3 to match up with KD. I'm assuming, and then Draymond and KP. That's what I'm assuming is gonna start for them. And for us, I think I don't know. I haven't seen anything about the starting lineups tonight. I would assume that Tari might get the start. Tari might get the nod tonight as a starter. I haven't seen no press conference and I haven't seen no announcements. Let me know if y'all seen if the starters have been announced yet. Actually, let me check Twitter right quick. Yeah, I haven't seen it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would assume Tari start tonight for defensive purposes, and then through the rotations, find some more minutes for Reed Shepherd. But Golden State's bench, I'm assuming DeAnthony Melton is going to be healthy and coming off the bench for them. Like I said, there's no LJ Cryer this game. Seth is a game time decision. He probably shouldn't play this game anyway. Pat Spencer might get some time. I don't know. I really don't know. Nate Williams might get some time. Who knows? Nate Williams might get some time. Okay, hold on. My boy Blazy say, oh, my bad. Blazy say, Yahoo said restart. Probable to start. Man, that don't mean nothing. What they mean probable to start? Of course he's probable to start. Yahoo need to be more whatever, bro. Them dudes just reporting just to report, bro. The hell you mean probable to start? That could mean anything, bro. If he's probable to start, then he's probable to not start. That's 50-50. Make up your mind. Make no damn sense. Anyway, Warriors are 3-2 in their last 5. They've lost to let me see who their last 5 losses were to. The Rockets on a 5-game win streak. All right, they lost to Cleveland, they lost to San Antonio, they lost to Denver, they beat Washington, they beat Brooklyn. The 3 teams they lost to are 3 teams they're supposed to lose to in the first place. Now, they're supposed to lose to us tonight, so we need to make that 4 in a row. Because I think we every bit as good as Cleveland is. I think we every bit as good as Denver is. I think we're every bit as good as San Antonio is. Like, truthfully, the only team I think that we're really probably not as good as is the Thunder. Although it's a good matchup, I don't think we're like as good as them. If you understand the difference of what I'm saying. If we bring our A game, there's no reason why we wouldn't. There's no reason why we shouldn't go on the road and put foots in their ass. There's no reason to. We just beat the Knicks, who are a good team. Not just beat them. We beat the Knicks a couple games ago. But we beat them pretty much pillar to post from bell to bell, from whistle to whistle. We had an answer for everything that they threw out there. They had a little run, and then we countered that, and we came back, and we were like, all right, we done with y'all. We put them away, and, big time win for us at home. I'm expecting a similar type of a performance tonight against the Warriors, even though we on the road and we a bad road team. We got another comment right quick. All right. Jun Zindong. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Please forgive me if I'm not. Suns versus Rockets game will be blockbuster on April 8th. It is going to be a good game. It's going to be a fun game. That's going to be Jalen Green's first game against the Rockets. That's probably going to break the Twitter application one way or another. Rockets win, Rockets lose. Jalen Green go off, don't go off, have a good game, have a bad game, have a mid game. No matter what's going to happen, that is going to be. I'm probably going just disconnect from the damn app because I know people gonna be saying all kind of wild, stupid stuff because that man, for whatever reason, strikes all kind of emotions out of people. For I don't know what it is. I just don't get it. But anyway, we talking about the Warriors. We'll get to that when we get to that. I may do a pregame for that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to do a pregame for that though, if I can get to it. But anyway, matchups. Because the Warriors got these injuries, I'm not really sure what the bench situation is gonna look like for them as far as who gonna match up with who. But let's assume for now we're gonna assume that Reed Sheppard is starting. Let's just go with that, just because Yahoo's saying probable. All right, let's run with that. Steph starting. I think defensively, Amen Thompson is probably going to be the person guarding Steph most of the time, regardless. That just makes the sense, all the sense in the world. I don't know if Gary Payton III, well, I said the third. If Gary Payton II is starting for them, and Reed Sheppard starts for us, Reed Sheppard probably going to be hidden on GP2. I can see that being the case. Brandon Podziemski, I mean, it's probably going to be KD guarding him. I mean, I don't really see no other person that KD might want to guard. Maybe Draymond, possibly. And then, but let's say Podziemski is going to be guarded by KD. Bari likely is going to be guarded by, Bari is likely going to be guarding Draymond because they're not going to run a lot of offense through KP, but they're going to try to find him in open pockets. They're probably going to find him in post-ups. They're going to probably try to find him on open threes, especially on the wing. Blazy say, I'm seeing Curry coming off the bench today. Oh, really? If he come off the bench, I'm happy about that. I hope he on a minutes restriction and everything. Because I really don't care how we get this win. I just want to get the win. I don't care. That's not my problem. Whatever they got going on over there, whatever their plan is, I don't care. I do not care. Whatever works for the Rockets, whatever we can exploit, that's what I'm good with. Really, honestly, truthfully. All right. Back to these matchups. It's gonna be tricky how Ime Udoka chooses to use Alperen Sengun on defense, because you could try to hide him on, quote unquote, hide him on Draymond, but Draymond gonna be in all of the damn actions anyway. He gonna be the one running the damn offense. He is their offense. Not that he is their offense, but he's their quarterback. So Draymond gonna be the one, calling all the shots and running all the plays. So I don't know if we want Alperen Sengun to be on him necessarily, because he's gonna be setting a lot of off-ball screens, moving screens, on-ball screens, DHOs, and if that's gonna be the case, then they're probably gonna use all of those actions to try to exploit or attack Alperen Sengun. Now, Alperen Sengun has stepped up his defense lately. So if his defense holds up, then we in good shape. Which I don't see a reason why it shouldn't hold up, honestly. I would keep him on Kristaps Porzingis because I want to see how they try. I want to see if they do try to hunt Alperen Sengun. Because if they do try to hunt him and they're trying to get Porzingis all the shots, that means Steph ain't getting the shots, and that's good. Salute, Clip Carleon, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. You been good, bro? Yeah, we in here, bro. We in here, bro. I know I ain't been doing these pre-games like that this season because it's just I got my reasons. But we here now. we here now. I'm gonna try to do them every playoff game if I can. I'm gonna try to do either a pre or a post game or something for every game the rest of the season. I'm gonna try. I ain't making no guarantees, no promises, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, I'm curious to see if Steve Kerr is gonna try to, hunt Reed Sheppard too. if he is going to try to hunt Reed Sheppard, who is he going to use to hunt Reed Sheppard? And who's the other defender that's going to be in them actions with Reed Sheppard to try to help him out? Because once you start winning that kind of offense and you're trying to hunt certain matchups, then you're going away from where really what makes an offense work. Like you can't hunt all game long. You just can't do it. It's not. We tried to do that for most of the season. Remember, that's why the offense was looking so bad, because we spent so much time trying to hunt and hunt and hunt. Next thing you know, it's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. You got to make something happen. Defense, you scramble mode. You're trying to make something happen. Boom, turnover. Boom, bad shot. Or you waiting for KD to bail you out. Like, you're supposed to do that in situations. Like in the playoffs, you can do that a little bit more because, kind of simplifies things, and then you're more deliberate with the hunting, and you probably devised up different ways to get the shots that you want against the guys you want them against. So that's why that's different. But the Rockets shouldn't fall for any of that this game. But on the other end, defensively, if they want to go hunting, let's see how they hunt. Let's see what they're trying to do, and then let's see how we can counter that defensively. I'm expecting Reed Sheppard to be a target. I'm expecting Alperen Sengun to be a target. Mainly Reed Sheppard. I'm expecting Reed Sheppard to be a target because they probably want to get off a lot of threes. Reed Sheppard's been getting lost on defense. Anytime he's like in a ball screen, if he's in a ball screen, for whatever reason, he keeps going, he gets lost, and he keeps going with the big in the paint instead of fighting over the screen and try to stay with the ball handler up top at the three-point line. Like, go back and watch the last game against the Jazz. That was happening. The Jazz is trash, but that was happening. We got to do something about that. Reed Sheppard got to be more defensively aware. As long as he's not blowing coverages, blowing assignments, he should be fine. I'm not expecting him to go out there and lock nobody up. Not right now. Obviously, he's a defensive playmaker. He gets deflections, poke aways from behind. Pause. Lord have mercy. And he's pretty good with closeouts. Like, he times his closeouts really well. And he got that vertical leap. Y'all watch him, like, he's really fighting to get a block shot on them closeouts. Clip Callion say, Reed definitely need to be fighting over the screen. Yes, he should be. Yeah, dog, I know that was bad, bro. That was a bad one. I apologize. Anyway, man. Let's see. Player of the game, man. Who are we expecting to be player of the game for the Rockets? Before I even go there, X factors. X factor for the Warriors. Man, I could see DeAnthony Melton probably being a problem, being a pest, especially defensively. DeAnthony Melton may be primed for a little decent game against us. And when I say X factor, I'm not counting like mainstays, like, their main guys. Like, Golden State's main guys are going to be Draymond and Steph. Everybody else is an X factor. Those two are the constants. Everybody else is a variable. That's how that goes. So I'm expecting DeAnthony Melton to probably be an X factor for them. Both ways, offense and defense. He'll probably hit some decent shots. And he's going to have some defensive plays that probably get on our nerves. For the Rockets, X factor, Tari Eason. Tari Eason likes to play the Warriors. He gets up for them. Warriors come out to play. Yay. So I'm expecting Tari Eason to he's probably going to be a little helter-skelter. He's probably going to be a little chaotic, but I think it's going to work in our favor because I don't think they can really keep up with his energy. We could probably expect a little technical foul or two this game. You know what I'm saying? Probably a flagrant. Draymond probably going to catch somebody below the belt because that's what he like to do. He like to reach for your jock. I don't know why he's obsessed with that, but he's a weirdo like that. All right. Player of the game. Woo, man. Player of the game, man. Reed Shepherd is averaging 30 against the Warriors. So you would think that he's probably going to be the guy who ends up being player of the game this game. I don't think so. I think the Warriors have had enough of him, and they're not going to let him get away with that again this game. So I'm going to have to say player of the game, and this is probably just like Kevin Durant. They don't have anything. They don't have anything for KD. They just don't. Now with our new process, I can see the Warriors probably trying to, keep the ball away from KD. But with the new process, he's having more ways to get the ball and score. So he might not explode for no 35 piece, 40 piece, but he might have a solid 25, and that might be enough, especially going down the stretch. He'll probably hit some big shots, and then next thing you know, we got the dub. We'll see how that looks. Final score, man, I hate the Warriors, bro. I can't express to y'all how much I hate that team, that franchise, the state. I hate Golden State, bro. I hate California. I hate LA. I hate the Bay. I hate Sacramento. I hate San Diego. I just hate the whole state. And I'm trying not to pick emotionally here. I'm trying not to give no emotional final score. But I'm going to do it anyway. Rockets 119, Warriors 108. Yeah, Rockets 119, Warriors 108. They're going to get to that 100. They're going to get to that 100. Yeah, let's go with that. Rockets 119, Warriors 108. Can't let Steph go off. We've seen that way too much against us. I'm tired. He's coming off an injury, though, and he got to deal with Amen Thompson, so I don't see him going off this game. Brandon Podziemski might be a little bit annoying this game. That might be a thing, but we'll see. And I'm gonna need Jabari to step his game up too defensively, man. Like when he's just helping, he's good. But when these guards are attacking him and then they bump him and get a shot off and he go flying, I don't like that. Barry, you need to go eat some sweet potatoes, bro. Or you need to go eat some yams. Before every game, you need to eat some candied yams, bro. You need to just have it. You like Popeye and spinach. You need to have yours, but with yams, bro. They got the kind where they got the little snap off, like the little canned drinks. They got the snap off kind. You could just pop it open and do the Popeye. That's what you need, Barry, bro. Like before every game, you need to have your sweet potatoes and your yams locked and loaded, bro, because I'm not playing with you, bro. I'm tired of seeing guards bump you off and you go flying. You're too good of a player to be getting bullied like that, bro. Stop letting guards punk you. You too dog for that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else be seeing that too? Now, the rest of his game has been just fine. It's been solid. It's been strong. He's been pretty consistent as of late after coming out that funk. But that's just one little aspect of the game that just kind of gets on my nerves. Like, you're a power forward, bro. You can't be letting these guards just bump you and you go flying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's crazy to me. I don't like to see that, bro. I hate the Warriors as well. Yes, you should. They're a very hateable franchise. They're a hateable team. Clip Callion say 121-106 final score Rockets. All right. I hope it's like that. I really hope it's like 150-75 for the Rockets. That's how bad I hate the Warriors. I want to make history on them. I want the worst case scenario to happen to the Warriors against the Rockets. We deserve better. He said unemotional prediction, of course. No emotions involved, bro. All logical. It all makes sense. Watch you end up being right, too. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Main game from the start. Tip off probably in the next 7-8 minutes. It's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AKInfinity_VVS. This is the Rockets Propaganda channel. Make sure you hit a like. Follow me on X and also on TikTok as well. Subscribe to the Rockets Propaganda channel and the H-Town Rundown It's all in the description below. We out. Let's go Rockets.
Put it in